Viewer. All right, so Oland, Tier 8 of the original Pan-European destroyer line. This is, in my opinion, where the line starts to get really good. She's got pretty good anti-air with the defensive fire consumable, if I'm right. Yes, there it is.
Yep.
She's got a really nice engine boost. Her guns are solid. Her torpedoes are fast. They don't do a lot of damage, but they can do work. She also gets access to a heal. The only thing the Olin doesn't have is a smoke screen. So
It,
not a bad
it
ship
got
that you can
recent,
play as primarily torpedo or gunboat build. Grunty, what were you going to say, sir?
it got recently buffed too. It used to have a 2.5-second reload on the guns. Now it's 2.3, which is the same as the Ostergotland at tier 9.
Yeah. So even got buffed, so that's kind of fun. That's kind of nice. Let's take a look at your build. Now you got everything maxed out here. You're going to go with main armaments modification 1. You've got engine boost. Now, this is interesting because the engine boost is kind of like a short burst engine boost. It doesn't last as long as actually, does it last as long? No, I think it's shorter. Even with
It's the
this,
normal one.
It lasts like 2 minutes.
yeah,
It's normal.
it's a
It's
normal
normal.
engine boost. I'm thinking of the small engine boost. But anyway, so this synergizes well. It helps you to get to the other side of the map quicker, easier. Alternately, you could always run just your standard engine room protection. You've got aiming systems. Interesting for that. Aiming systems, of course, helps your torpedo tube traverse speed as well. Alternately, you could go for torpedo tube's modification 1, but I
It's
like
probably
your
what
idea.
most people do, but this is
Yeah.
gunboat build, so I wanted
Mhm.
to enhance on the guns, make sure I actually hit the shells.
I like your idea of going for that, frankly. In my opinion, when you're playing a destroyer, your biggest threat is when you bump into another destroyer and then you're stuck into a gunfight. So having aiming systems, buffing your guns, helps you win that fight, goes back to the ability to torp things. So to me, that kind of synergizes quite nicely. You got
Yeah.
propulsion modification and concealment.
It's also that the Oland only has like 6 torpedoes total, so the
Yeah,
torpedoes are really not that great on it.
right. Rudder shift time is
The reload is
3.37. Nice. Go ahead, sir.
I said the reload on the drops is quite nice,
Yes.
which makes the gunboat build even more viable in my opinion, because like you already have 70-second reload. Even if you
Yes.
spec the torpedo reload skill, it's only 63. It's not that big of a difference.
Right. Um, yeah, and you mentioned a lot of people will typically go for a torpedo build in this line of ships, and I agree with you. So I like seeing a gunboat build instead, because to me, when you depend too much on your torpedoes, they can let you down. Um, all right. I'm guessing you're not using Jersey Mike on this.
I think it was actually Swirsky for this game, but it's not anymore.
Okay. So the only advantage that Swirsky gives, one is the enhanced adrenaline rush, and two, of course, is the talents, which basically, if you hit land enough torpedo tube or torpedo hits, then your torpedoes reload quicker, and if you shoot down 20 aircraft, you get better continuous anti-air, which isn't as important, but it still
No,
helps.
it does not really come into effect on an Oland.
No.
Like,
So you are running preventative maintenance, last stand, reliability expert, concealment. That's the core build, and then from there you go into superintendent. You want that extra heal. The extra engine boost is nice. You've got adrenaline rush. We talked about that being buffed. You've got the fearless brawler, and then you've got liquidator. These destroyers have low flood chance torpedoes, so increasing the chance of flooding is very important on them. And then fearless brawler, since you don't have a smoke screen, you're gonna be out in the open. You really can't go dark. You might as well buff your main battery reloads so that you can hit other stuff, right?
yeah, main note for this is actually the build I'm using on my Smaland. So this is my Smaland captain mainly,
Okay,
and I just dual use him trained on the Oland
got it.
because
Okay,
that's the closest tech tree ship I could use it build. If it was dedicated Oland, I might even drop the superintendent maybe to get the main battery specialist, or Or you could pick up the range because the range on the guns is not that great.
Yes, that's the other thing I was going to mention. You could easily do that, drop Fearless Brawler, get a little bit extra range that helps you dodge a little bit easier. But either way, works fine. And then for your signals, you've got anti-det, fire chance, flood chance, heal booster speed, anti-air, and consumables. Exactly how I would spec this out.
Yep, it's the full load.
Yep. All right. Well, let's get into your game. Here we go. Now this is Land of Fire. Let's pull up your side panels. Here we go. All right, so this is a top tier game for you. There is a carrier. It's a Saipan, so LOL for that. You'll probably be okay. A triple tier 6 division. God, you always feel good when you see triple tier 6 battleships, right? Always feel good when you see that.
Yep.
That's your farm right
sure,
there.
I'm sure our carrier felt good seeing that.
Yeah, it's Saipan on Saipan action, so there's that. Destroyer-wise, you don't care about the Sassy. The ship Smasher could be... he's not a problem. There's the split with the radar. But again, you'll probably be okay in that engagement. And then there's a Guppy. So, honestly, your biggest threat's probably going to be the sub. Yeah. It's good matchmaking for you, dude.
Yeah, that was an insanely good matchmaking.
Yeah. You could just walk around and have fun.
The premium matchmaking experience.
Totally. So, you're gonna go ahead and looks like you're angling towards the Charlie Cap early. You are located, so what's that gonna be? Probably the Asashio? If so, you're gonna win that.
I assumed it was the Asashio, yes.
So, who else could it be? I mean, it could be the Ship Smasher, simply because that's a premium destroyer, and you could have you know, whatever there. But you find a Guppy of all things.
Could be a lot of things. Like, I mean, it could technically be the Gepard. Although, like, I've seen a lot of people taking it could be the Colony Bornese taking it on a cruiser.
Okay, so you paid Guppy to go in.
Yep. Like, I got my money worth for the premium investment here. Good matchmaking, enemies donating hit points. I don't know what that last salvo was though. I went pretty short.
You found an island, it looks like.
Report the island for briefing.
Yes. Split. Now you're still located. So you did not kill the thing that has radio location. Could it be the split?
Hard to say. It's either the split or the CNL Blogra. Whatever it's called.
Right.
Enemy destroyer sighted. All stations requesting fire support. Enemy cruiser sighted.
It is, by the way, Swirsky. I can tell by the shell tracers.
Yeah.
I've now moved into the Jaeger, so...
Yes, I remember you mentioning how much you love him in the Jaeger.
Yeah, I loved having him here and in Smolan too. It's just like, I need to clone my commanders.
I mean, that's the hard part, isn't it, right?
Enemy cruiser detected.
It really is.
So, you're using this, I'm using the island so that you can run away if you need to.
He's also using it to block the split from shooting back.
Right, that was the main idea. Like, I want to shoot the cruiser here without having to worry about the split.
Yep. Okay. Well, split is now running away. Sashio kills Asashio. You're no longer located. That's probably because the split's closer on your team.
Yup.
Okay.
Right.
What I really like about the Oland is that it actually has 360-degree turrets.
Mm-hmm.
So the turret traverse isn't the best on it,
Right.
but because they're 360s, they're still quite comfortable.
Oh, 100%.
And it allows you to maneuver, dodge left, right, center without having to throw the guns around. And
Yeah, it makes it very comfortable.
And with that, the entire flank is done.
Yeah, pretty
All
much. You can just go
stations,
walk right
reporting
into B,
position of a strategic
and then it
target.
looks like you're thinking about going, or sorry, go walk into C, and it looks like you're thinking about going to C next, right?
yeah, I was thinking here whether I want to go straight into the middle cap
Mm-hmm.
and farm damage, or if I want to slow down and actually get the cap.
Okay.
And I think I eventually decided to slow down and get the cap.
What I
Okay.
would have done is just gone through the cap and exit out through middle. Just get behind everyone. You can still throw torps, and then more importantly, you can go kill the Saipan.
Yeah, would have been better in hindsight. My concern was if I go through the middle that these ships might have pushed too far through the middle and I'm out of range to actually do something to them. But
Mhm.
it would have definitely worked better
It's a
because
valid concern.
our Asasho now is having his cake and eat it too.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure Osashi had like the best matchmaking ever.
Victory is in sight.
Really unfortunate. Only 6 minutes has passed, and 7 people are dead on the enemy team.
Engine boost activated.
Now here you go, firing your torpedoes and then your guns afterwards, but I get it, might as well.
I'd get closer. New Mexico's not looking at you.
And it's in New
I
Mexico.
mean, I
what are you,
kinda
that free?
am. Like, if I really try to get directly towards him to get that close, I can't use the rear gun. So I'm trying to keep an angle here so I can actually shoot at all guns. And
Yeah, but the way you're
suppose.
you're going north.
Yep.
Like, that means you're out of the fight for the rest of the battle. You could have gone down and hit the CP.
I have a feeling you didn't expect the New Mexico to die that quickly, but still.
no, I did. I honestly didn't expect any of these battleships in the middle to die that quickly. Like,
Right.
the Sasha was having.
As you can see, now that he's dead, what are you going to do? So, like SAT was saying, if you had gotten closer to him, you could already be in B right now, for example.
Yeah,
That's okay.
definitely agree. Like, as I said, in hindsight, I should not have gone north.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't expect that many battleships to all die that quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you do, but they usually only do it when they are on your team.
Yeah. So true.
Well, I think even if you played it properly, your damage would not have been so high. Like, Asashu just steals everything, regardless of what you do.
I would have gone, like, I could have gone right for the CV. I think I remember why I sent the replay in. It was just to showcase, like, that you can play an Oland aggressively on the cap in the first place.
Mhm.
And like most Olands you see, like the one we saw yesterday in the replay, played so passive as a towboat, and
Right.
this is a nice contrast, I think. And it's also actually the stealthiest of the European destroyers, with a 5.8 concealment.
Mm.
So like if you run this into a Benson, like with the same spec, if you're spotted, you have like 200,000 AG DPM.
Anti-aircraft gun
That's
crews are
way
on
more
full
than
alert.
most of the ships can throw at you.
Right.
It's
boost
roughly about
deactivated.
the same as other tier 8s. Let me go double check.
I like how you turned your anti-air on here just to force the Saipan to drop on you, because why not get a few more plane kills? I mean, he's probably not going to hit you. Even if he does, it won't kill you anyway.
Oland HEDPM is actually the second highest for
Hmm.
tier 8 destroyers. Only Akazuki is better.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
You do have to be careful on what. The main thing is knowing when to fire, because you don't have any smokes for disengagement. That's
Right.
why you see a lot of players being reluctant.
Yep. Well, look what you just found.
Got myself a snack.
Fortunately, he looks like he's turning, so you're probably going to miss all those torpedoes. He's
Yeah, I
definitely
didn't really expect that. Like, it seems like he was in a starting position. Like,
He
and
was.
never moved the ship, and then suddenly he decided to move his ship.
Well, he's taking damage, so of course he's going to move the ship.
I mean,
Eat the torpedoes. Eat the torpedo. You need an AR boost.
That could work, actually, yes. The odd case where
Yeah.
dodging actually hurts your DPM and hurts your damage and XP as a result.
I didn't think about that. But yeah, I could.
That's
I
why
could
you're here.
definitely.
See?
Could definitely have taken one torpedo for the air boost, but I mean,
Alright, let's take a look at your post-battle stats here. Came in second place. Look at Igel came in first. Wow, he must have done
yeah,
some work.
he was over at the
Hey,
A cap. I don't know what he did there, but it was disgusting.
He took the cap and then did some stuff.
right. So, I mean, not a bad game at all. And it's a win. So, yay. And
No,
it was
yeah,
number right?
I think this was almost like it was 2,500, 2,600 PR with like you wouldn't expect that from that amount of damage, and that kill is like the ship is massively underplayed and underrated in my opinion.
Well, okay. It's probably one of those ships that a lot of people play and a lot of people therefore don't understand. And, so it's easy to have really strong games in it because, right?
I mean, it wasn't even like that strong of an individual performance. Like, if you look at it, what did I do? I slaughtered a tier 6 destroyer, I farmed a tier 7 cruiser,
Yep.
and that's about it, right?
I mean, I would agree with you. It's not that special,
Yeah.
but you still managed to make it work.
Yeah, I think I just sent it in because of that, because like nobody plays an Oland. You don't
Uh-huh.
see it often. I don't remember you having an Oland replay in God knows how long.
I haven't
Like,
had
if
one in a
ever.
long time. Look at your tier 6. Look at that battleship division just sailing into B and dying. Wow.
I saw a
I
ship.
mean, but
It's free real estate.
Hmm.
I mean, you can't blame them for the division in the first place. But I don't think like once they get in this matchmaking, they can do much. They spawn in the middle of this map. They are bottom tier,
Hmm.
and they are in slow battleships. Like, what are they supposed to do? If they
Yep.
don't push the middle and instead try to go for a flank, that flank is probably either won or lost before they arrive there.
Right.
And yeah, and you guys won on C so fast. Like, if there's just nothing for them to do.
Nope.
So
Don't
yeah, I
triple
do
diff
agree.
the same class.
Yeah, if they were a battleship cruiser destroyer division, it would have probably been a different experience for them. I don't know if they would have won this game, but it would have been a different experience. So
They would have probably been in a different match.
right. Anyway, it is what it is. So thanks for sending that one in, Grunty. I don't know what else there is to talk about there.